We see Sebek and Epel meet for possibly the first time in a vignette where Sebek sits next to Epel in the cafeteria due to the lack of available seating. Epel is carving an apple into a bird at the time, which impresses Sebek extremely. He asks what other things Epel can carve, and Epel is initially reluctant, asking if Sebek intends to give them to Malleus, but he acquiesces after Sebek calls his carving a fascinating art, saying that he also has a personal interest in them. Epel carves a rose, a castle, and a poison apple for Sebek, who asks to receive the poison apple carving as a gift, saying, "I can't reiterate enough how in awe I am of your skill." Epel explains that he taught himself how to carve in order to help his family sell bruised or damaged fruit, and though he cut his fingers more times than he can count and his family laughed at him, he persevered. Sebek says that it has been a pleasure to hear about, as he has learned that Epel's ambition is on par with his skill, and Epel offers to make him more carvings the next time he receives a shipment of apples from home. Epel says that he received macarons from Sebek for his birthday and they ate them together. He says, thanks to him, they tasted better than they usually do. Epel invites Sebek to his hometown after Grimm tells him to ask the first person he sees and then calls out to Sebek on Epel's behalf. Sebek initially refuses the invitation to participate in the sled race, saying that he has no interest in a race that serves as a mere festival sideshow. Epel proceeds to use various tactics to change Sebek's mind. He first insists that it is a brutal race, then says he thinks that friends and loved ones will give the winners a pat on the back. Finally he asks, if only there were a skilled athlete at this school who was equally strong with magic. Someone who was the very definition of brawny, while surrounded by light and sparkles. Sebek declares that such an athlete is right here, being himself, and Epel whispers, yes. It worked. While Jade and Idia encourage setting up pitfalls on the race course to sabotage their opponents, Epel and Sebek join forces against them, saying, I say we beat them fair and square, otherwise it won't feel right, to which Jade and Idia respond, you freshmen are so dull, I mean, diligent, and such arbitrary morals. Sebek intentionally crashes into Epel's sled during the race in order to save him from a falling tree, knocking himself off course and becoming lost. Idia and Jade both say that they should continue the race as Sebek will not need their help getting back on course and there is no chance of their winning if they search for him, but Epel insists that they all look for Sebek together. Epel, Idia and Jade save Sebek from an avalanche that he caused by yelling Epel's name. Epel apologizes for causing him so much trouble, but Sebek declares that they are now even, as he was merely repaying Epel for sewing up his torn plushie. Epel has a voice line about Sebek looking kind of cute all bundled up against the cold.